What's good, fam? I know y'all heard about Drake, but trust me, you ain't heard it like this. New levels of embarrassment got exposed out in the open. My mans really got chased out the whole city of Copenhagen, and the crowd was bumping Kendrick's Not Like Us right in his face at his own hotel. Now there's viral clips circulating, and for the first time, everybody can see just how ugly it's gotten for Drizzy out here. And listen, forget all the PR spin and stands making excuses. This is one of the wildest L's public as hell, and I'm about to walk you through it all. You gonna wanna stick around? Cause later on, we're gonna break down how Drake's fake Tupac chain situation got exposed by Death Row insiders, and how Kendrick's diss track is literally hunting Drake city to city. Y'all really don't wanna blink on this one. Now let's set the scene, cause it got dark out in Denmark. Drake was out there thinking he finally got away from all the beef. Copenhagen of all places, where he was supposed to be safe. But as soon as the show was over, a crowd of Kendrick Lamar fans posted up outside his hotel, straight up forming a parade, waving at the window, blasting Not Like Us at full volume. Imagine being that bothered. Your biggest ops track turns into a victory chant every city you step into. Drake ain't even try to flex it off. He dipped low-key, embarrassed, security trying to hush the crowd, and whole time fans just laughing and hitting that Kendrick hook. You could see it in his body language. Dude was not built for this kind of public humiliation. This ain't just some online trolling. It's real people, real cities, real consequences. But here's where it gets even wilder. This wasn't just some US stuff. This is overseas, in a city where Drake probably thought nobody was paying that beef any mind. But even in Denmark, it's Team Kendrick heavy, and they letting Drizzy know he's not welcome. Remember, Copenhagen should have been a safe zone for Drake, a place where the sixth guy could hide behind his PR and bodyguards. Turns out the crowd ain't care one bit. No amount of Canadian kindness could save him from that humiliation, and every single phone camera was rolling. No cap, that footage is forever. Now, if all this sounds insane, it's because it is. Like how you gonna be running from your ops soundtrack in Europe? Even security was out there yelling at fans to chill, but all that did was make folks wild out more. And bro, he probably thought he'd outsmarted the Kendrick stans, but really, they just found new ways to make his life a living meme. That's what happens when you play too many games with the wrong folks. But why are Kendrick stans going this hard? To the point they running this man out of towns? Let's talk about the reason the disrespect runs so deep. It ain't just about one diss track or a couple mean tweets. You gotta look at how Drake been trying to move. He been on this wild mission to cosplay Tupac, and real ones ain't having it. Tailor-made freestyle, for example, where Drake used AI to resurrect Tupac's vocals without asking nobody for permission. That's a line you just don't cross in hip-hop. It's like trying to touch on sacred ground and act like the rules don't apply to you. As soon as that joint dropped, Tupac's estate was like, nah, straight lawyers on his case, legal threats flying, and before you know it, the track gets pulled. You got Drake out here acting like digital wizardry means he can borrow any legend's legacy without showing respect, and now he getting checked for it. And it ain't the first time this dude done fumbled with respecting legends either. Right after they took Tailor-Made Freestyle down, Drake started this whole charade about owning Tupac's Death Row chain. All over Insta, all in his music, flashing this piece like he just collected a trophy for beating the rap game. But soon as the hype kicked off, you got Suge Knight, the actual Death Row bossman, speaking from behind bars like, that chain fake, and it was never Tupac's. Like, how you gonna play with jewelry history on Instagram and get burned by Suge Knight calling you out? It's not even funny. It's just sad at this point. The stunt backfired heavy, because even hip-hop jewelers started busting out side-by-side comparisons, breaking down why Drake's chain don't match the original. Even folks that rock with Tupac saying that was just a generic piece, and Drake embarrassed himself by falling for it. On some real talk, this whole saga with the fake Tupac chain just showed the world how far Drake's out of touch from what makes legends legendary. It's one thing to wear a chain, it's another to act like you the heir to the man's whole legacy. Pac never needed to flex a cheap PR move or stage a viral moment. He lived his lyrics, his pain, his activism. Drake over here chasing clout and collecting pieces like that's somehow gonna give him Pac's aura. All it did was put a target on his back for actual fans and folks who remember what hip-hop used to stand for. And it all circles back to that clown behavior in Copenhagen. People see through the performance. You can't fake authenticity in a culture built on calling out phonies. Tossing Kendrick, dropping one of the hardest disses in recent memory, Not Like Us. And all these factors just put Drake under the microscope. That track ain't just a song for the timeline. It's literally following dude around the world, showing up whenever he tries to move past the beef. If you ever thought rap beefs were just for headlines or streams, this right here proved it got real world consequences. Let me hit you with a quick pause though. If you've been vibing with my breakdown or just want to keep folks who actually speak on the real in the mix, make sure you smash that like, drop a sub, and let the algorithm know you still rocking with the truth. The more y'all lock in, the more we get to push past that industry nonsense and just keep it 100 with what's actually happening in hip-hop. Keep it locked, because what happens next for Drake might just break the internet for real. So now that you've seen Drake catching the worst kind of L over in Copenhagen, getting clowned by crowds that used to worship his every move, it's time to zoom out and really ask, why is it this bad for dude right now? Like, what made folks worldwide go from screaming his hooks to straight up pushing him out of cities? Bruh, this is deeper than just rap chart drama or fans switching sides. This the culture deciding enough is enough, that fake moves, weak imitations, and disrespect will get you run out every time. Let's go into how Drake tried to flip history in his favor, thinking he untouchable with all his social media power. He thought if he put on enough chains and referenced enough legends, he could write himself into the Mount Rushmore of rap. But that's not how it worked. Every time this man tried to rewrite himself as the new Tupac, he exposed the gap between copying a vibe and living that life. It's like he missed the whole reason why folks respected Pac, Biggie, Kendrick, or even Nas, because them dudes put their heart out there. They fought for something that meant more than clicks or jewelry. But Drake is all surface, all PR stunts, all for show. Look, even after he got exposed wearing the supposed Death Row Tupac chain that Suge Knight, who literally ran Death Row, laughed off as a fake, Drake never addressed it like a man. He tried to double down, acting like if he just posted enough flex shots, folks would forget. Bro, ain't nobody forgetting. That joint lives on the internet forever at this point. Pac's own people and real hip-hop historians called him out. Even the jeweler came forward showing that the real chain ain't even close to what Drake's rocking. You know how sad it gotta be to have elders in the game straight up laugh at your homage? Drake thought he was climbing the king's throne. Whole time he was stepping on a cardboard cutout looking ridiculous. And when you pull stuff like that, at the same time you trying to clown your biggest competition, Kendrick, the one dude who never needed gimmicks to get respect. You're already setting yourself up to be roasted. That Not Like Us track ain't just stunting in the US clubs. It became a global anthem. No matter where Drake goes, you got folks playing that record, using it like it's the "we will rock you" of this new rap war. And look, this ain't just Gen Z internet hype. It's OGs, kids, hip-hop heads, worldwide uniting in a way we ain't seen since early battle rap days. Now ask yourself, why did Not Like Us hit that hard? Drake always tried to act unfazed, all humble and hardened, but Kendrick's joint hit that soft spot. It put the light on every fake move, every questionable decision, every time Drake played with someone's legacy. All the pent-up frustration fans had with his fake Pac act just poured out. That anthem turned into a protest song against Drake's stunt double energy. And every time it played in public, it reminded folks exactly why you don't play with the culture. When Kendrick said, "You not like us," in that hook, whole fan bases, street legends, and even casual rap enjoyers all nodded in agreement. The repetition, the symbolism, overwhelming. Drake couldn't outdance it, outsuing it, or out-PR it. And let's be honest, when your enemy's track turns every public sighting into a roast session and even your own security can't stop fans from clowning you, that's a cosmic level of defeat. All Drake could do was walk fast, shades low, hopping in that van with the most awkward look on his face, while the people he used to have wrapped around his finger ain't scared of him no more. Hip-hop been waiting on a moment like this. An overhyped star getting shown, he don't set the rules, the culture does. Now, in a wild twist, Drake's desperation to hold on to a legend's energy just proves how much he lost the plot. First, you got the tailor-made freestyle, using AI trying to bring Pac back from beyond, thinking it'd earn internet clout. All it did was earn him heat. Tupac's estate sent the legal dogs on him. Song deleted, copyright war started. Drake thought he was the future. Turns out the past wasn't even letting him in the door. He fumbled his shot to even pay real tribute to Pac. Instead, he ended up disrespecting not only the family, but the entire hip-hop tradition of honoring your elders was something more than a cash grab. How could he have played it smarter? Bruh, it's simple. You want to honor Pac or any legend, you got to hit up the family, the estate, the OGs, get their blessing, share your intention. You can't just jack a voice, buy a questionable chain, and expect the world to bow down. Drake never wanted to do the real work, never wanted to wait, never wanted to pay respect, just wanted the image and benefits. If he would have moved with respect, maybe this whole L could have been just a minor blip. Instead, he amplified the hate. And for everybody out there saying, why is everyone piling on Drake? Is it really that deep? Man, it is that deep. Hip-hop was built on struggle and pain, on keeping it real with yourself and your people. When you turn those values into a sideshow, try to skip to the front of the line with money and PR, you breaking the code. Drake ain't the first star to forget that, and he definitely won't be the last. But right now, he's the loudest lesson in why clout moves backfire. This ain't just about Kendrick roasting him, it's about the hip-hop community clapping back against anyone trying to forge a legend card without earning it. So what now? Where does Drizzy even go from here? He could keep running, keep hiding behind lawyers and stands, drop PR statements on IG trying to control the narrative, but none of that changes what happened in Denmark or what keeps happening every time Not Like Us comes on and whole crowds light up. His image ain't recovering off vibes alone, and he gotta know now, every city gonna be watching how he moves. If dude's smart, maybe he finally admits his wrongs and makes peace with the real ones in the culture. Reach out to Pac's family, step out the spotlight a sec, listen to the people. At least then, maybe he start the process to get some respect back. But knowing how Drake usually act, I wouldn't hold my breath. He probably gonna double down, launch some new gimmick, try another viral moment hoping folks forget. Only this time, the world done caught on. He ain't got the element of surprise anymore, and hip-hop eyes everywhere. And yo, the energy from the Kendrick side just keeps growing. Whole hip-hop world feeling that unity, remembering what made this culture so powerful in the first place. This is way bigger than album sales or Twitter beefs. It's a turning point. Fans, legends, even international crowds all reminding artists you can't buy your way into the history books. You gotta earn it or you're out of there, period. We living in a wild time where your L's are seen by millions and every false step is watched across the globe. That's the price of fame in an era where receipts live forever. Nobody immune. Folks thought Drake was untouchable, but now he looking more disposable than a discount chain off Craigslist. And to anyone thinking about pulling similar moves, man, let this be your warning. This culture judges receipts, not rumors. If you step wrong, you gotta live with that. So now I wanna hear from you. Y'all think Drake bouncing back from this circus, or is it a permanent stain on his legacy? Do you rock with the way Kendrick and the fans handle this, or is it overkill? How you think this shifts the whole rap landscape moving forward? Will people keep playing with legends, or start moving a little smarter? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. No filter. And if you learned something new or just vibed with how we keeping it raw in here, hit subscribe, share this up, and stay locked in, cause it's always gonna be truth. No cap, every time. Appreciate you rolling all the way through. Catch you on the next one.